Now, I'm sure that I'm not alone when I say that everybody wants to go a little bit faster in the descent. And a lot of people think it comes down to fitness, cardiovascular, or even strength work. But what does it actually mean? Well, we've had a lot of viewers asking, how can I get faster in descents? My legs are burning, my arms are hurting. So I've put together 7 different exercises that are going to make you a stronger and a faster descender. Now, before we get going, I'm going to give you a disclaimer. If you've never been to the gym before, or if you've never done any exercises like these, I'd recommend getting some professional advice from a personal trainer, for example. And also, before we get going, let's do a proper warm-up, get something thorough. I could recommend going on the spin bike for 10 minutes and just warming up that way. So the great thing about this exercise routine is you're not necessarily going to need any equipment. You might want to use a mat for just added comfort, but that'll be it. And it's all going to be body weight. So let's get to it. The first exercise is going to be a glute bridge. So you just want to come down and sit down, lie back, and you want to get set up. So the first thing you're going to do is you want to keep your arms down by your side. Imagine pinning the shoulders right back onto the ground, heels quite close to your glutes. And you want to imagine that you've got a football between your legs and you're squeezing that tight. You're now going to contract the glutes and lift your hips up and then just drop them back down. You want to get about 10 reps of that in, and you're really going to feel a big benefit as the glutes are the biggest muscles recruited on the bike. So the next exercise that we're going to go into is a single leg good morning. So to do this, you're just actually going to stand nice and tall, extend everything right up, go soft on one leg and lift the other one off. Keep the glute nice and contracted, and you're just actually going to reach forward with your arms, go soft in the knee. You don't want it fully locked out, but you want a little bit of a bend in it, and you just want to come down, keep that rear leg slightly extended. You're going to feel that right through the hamstrings, and then come back up. To make this one actually a little bit harder, when you go down, you could be holding a medicine ball, or if you want to get really advanced, you could be on a Bosu ball as well. And that's a really tough one. It gets your balance and coordination working. So let's go on to some upper body exercises. The first being a press up. You want to have your feet together, core nice and tight, and pulling that belly button up towards the sky. You want to have your arms shoulder width apart, and then you're just going to drop. So you want to breathe in as you go down, and breathe out as you come up. And you want to do about 10 repetitions of that, and that's going to simulate you going down on the bike when you're descending. Now, you probably think that I'm looking a bit like a beach whale, and to be honest, I probably do, but this is a great exercise, especially for mountain biking. It's keeping everything balanced, so it's working on your lower back and also on your upper back. So we've got a few key coaching points for this one. Point 1 is body face down, arms out wide in a T position. Point 2 is that using your lower back, you want to lift your chest over the floor, keeping your eyes pointing down. Point 3, lift your hands up towards the sky, activating through your upper back. Point 4, lower towards the ground, keeping your hands just off the floor. So the next exercise we're going to go into is a bodyweight squat. Now I'm going to change this up slightly. So I'm going to put my arms out and imagine that I'm holding onto the bike, just like that. I'm going to stand nice and tall, chin right up, core tight, and I'm just going to break at my hips, coming down, and I'm just going to make sure that my weight is actually through my heels and that my knees aren't going over the front of my toes. I'm going to come down there, I'm just going to hold it for about 3 seconds, isometric hold again, and then come back up. You want to do about 10 repetitions of that, and that'll simulate you being out on the bike. So I've done my squats, and I'm straight into a plank. Now this one is the famous one. It just absolutely crushes your core. You want to make sure that you've got those hips up, your belly button pulled right in, and you just want to see how long you can hold that for. I've heard rumors of some of the top riders being able to hold it up for 4 minutes. I'm on 2.5 here. I'm starting to struggle, but I'm going to keep working through. Just make sure that you keep breathing as well. Yep, got it. 3 minutes. I think that's 4. So the next exercise that we're going to talk about is a split squat isometric hold. So you're going to get into that split squat position. You're going to have 90 degrees in your rear and also here as well. You're just going to get nice and tall. So chin up, pull that tailbone right up and make sure that the core is nice and tight. And then you're just going to actually lift this knee, which is on the ground now. You're just going to lift that off the ground and you're just actually going to hold it. So that really imitates that burn that you get when you're descending squatted over the bike. Start off maybe holding it for 5 seconds and just see how much you can build up to. It is a tough one. So one final exercise that you can do is a wall hold. Just to put a couple of points on this, make sure that you have got your hands against the wall. It just makes everything nice and symmetrical. Now, if you are going to be doing this exercise routine, I'd probably recommend 10 reps of each exercise and 3 sets of the entire session. Now, for more great videos on GMBN, why don't you click right there for a training playlist, or you could click down there for how to improve your pedal power. As ever, don't forget to click right in the middle to subscribe. You get a great video every day of the week, and the best part is it's absolutely free. If you're going to give this one a shot, then why not give it a thumb up like as well? And I'm just going to suffer here a bit longer.